City Squash was founded on the idea that if we provided motivated young people from economically challenged households with the resources of academic tutoring, squash instruction, and mentoring, then their chances for doing better in life were improved.
One of the things that I will always remember the most is our first tryout at Fordham University. When we walked across the street, we walked through the gate.
And you walk in and see the field, you see cathedral-looking buildings, and it's just it was really
lovely, beautiful, a great scene.
And it was amazing to see their reaction. And meanwhile, it was in their very own community, but they'd never seen the inside of what a college looked like.
I get lost for words when I talk about City Squash. It just opened so many horizons for us.
All right. Semi-finals of the Briggs Cup. In the white, Eric Bedell and Whitten Morris to serve. Mathur and Chris Callis to receive in the blue. Love all. One love. Thank you. Hand out 1-all. Shot. 2-1 left. Left box, Chris. Wow. 3-1. Down. 3-2, sorry. Correct. Shot. Hand out 3-all. Down. 3-4. Wow. Hand out 5-3. Manic left 5-4. Thank you, Eric. Manic on the right, 6-4. Dead. Hey, Monik. Monik. Already on it, mate. Already on it. All right, Monik serving on the right, 6-4. Wow. 7-4 left. Eight four. Right. And out 5-8. 5-8. Witten on the right, 5-9. Left, 6-9. 6-9 left, Witten. Six nine left, Witten. Playing a let Witten left, 6-9.
Spot.
7-9. Eight, 9. Hand up. 10-8. Hand out, yeah.
Shot.
11-8. 11-8. Blood. Guys in blue. All right. Chris on the left. 11-8. Left side. 11-8. Oh, yeah. 11-9. $12-9. $12-9. Left side, Manic. Nick. 13-9. Great gap. Hand out. 10-13. Left side. Right. 10-14. Game ball. Ten, 14. Game ball. Ten, 14. Game ball. Yes, lad. 10-14. That's game. be a warning, don't you worry, mate.
Good afternoon. Just tuned in time to hear Jeff Osborne let Eric Bedell know there'll be a time warning for Mathur and Chris Callis, as they're now late onto court and getting later and later. Still not on court. This is going to be there's Jeff Osborne with the 2-minute warning. Door's still not closed. Technically could be a point to Team White. Alright, so Mathur, Chris Callis lead 1-0. Entertaining first game there. This is a pretty much, well, this is basically a, R&T.
All right, 1-0
practice match.
Love
We've got
all, let's play.
In the white on the left, Eric Bedell, who's an assistant at the Racket and Tennis Club in New York, and Witten Morris, who's a member. And then on the right in blue, we've got Chris Callis, who's also a member at the Racket and Tennis, and Mathur, who is the head pro at the Racket and Tennis.
1-0.
And interesting dynamic for assistant versus boss. And then actually, I think Chris Callis and Witten Morris play together in the club championships. So I think it's safe to say that everyone on here knows each other's games pretty well. Ooh, that's a lovely backhand drop from Manik.
2-0.
Yeah, just calling Chris off that one. Just lost my screen here. I managed to break the equipment, but I can hear the rally and hear some shouts happening. Great width there from Callis, just finding a good spot on the sidewall as Eric sort of backing up from the ball. Not too short, not too long, just right. Manik and Chris Callis, I think they're the they're the third seeds here in this event. Manik having been out for most of last season with his Achilles injury, his ranking slipped a little bit and it put these guys down to third seeds. And they're in the top half of the draw, where the number 1 seeds, Scott Arnold and John Russell, lost in a very close 5 games to Colin West and Adam Buse, which sort of blew and then Robin Clark and Zach Alexander also lost first round, really opening up that top half of the draw. Great little reaction volley there from Eric. So this match would, on paper, would have been.
Yes, lad. 1-4.
You know what, my memory fails me, but I feel like it should have been Scott Arnold and JR versus these two. So a slightly different match than Manik and Chris were anticipating.
Fault.
Not a slow-paced court, this one. Witten well known for his hard-hitting play, and obviously Manik's Manik. And as we discussed in the last match, he once broke my arm with a squash ball, so that's how hard he hits it.
1-5
there. Yeah, Eric just looking for that middle ball that he thought was coming, held it just long enough to send him the wrong way. The blue team here really racing through. Oh, that's an unnecessary turn.
Head out. 6-1.
Does that count as a serve? Guess not. So Chris Callis and Mathur, the winners of the Sleepy Hollow tournament last weekend before. Their first win of the season, I think. I think that was their first win of the season, when they unfortunately had to withdraw from the final of the Westchester event after Manik rolled his ankle in the semi-final, which is disappointing. Disappointing for them, so they'll be really looking for a big tournament here. think that might have, if Eric didn't break something there, I don't know what
Is that a
would
leg call, Chris?
have. Chris just looking for a let, and I would guess, yeah, there he goes. So there was definitely either strings or racket. So he gets just enough time to go off and get another one and get back on court. So that's the second break we've had with Chris Callis just grazing his knuckles in that first game. A little injury timeout. So yeah, as we were saying, interesting tournament here so far. The Briggs Cup is notorious for upsets and strange results. My personal opinion is it's got a lot to do with the court,
All right,
which
Chris
is
on the right,
you know,
8-1.
a bit of a leveler
Chris,
between between players. It's very, I think it's a bit soft. It's very true.
8-1.
And it, you know, definitely leads to some good matchups. It takes away a little bit of the pace that some of the players can play at, letting less pace-driven teams get into the match. Although I'm not sure that rally is a good example of pace not being the best choice. But yeah, so some exciting matches here in both draws so far.
9-1.
Had some good, lots of good game ball, match ball situations, which is always exciting. Little let there. I think I'm not sure what I would. I'm not sure what I would say to Team White here. Apart from hitting it
9-1.
somewhere in the middle is probably a good idea. They really let a lot of points go here. I don't know that this game is. That's a great get from Manik, really. Ooh! Dangerous old sport, this. Yeah, I think my theory about this. Oh, little reaction volley didn't quite get. Eric just apologising for that very near miss of Manik's head he made as Manik tried to clear from the front left to the front right to the left wall. Jeff Osborne having a little chuckle about it. No dummy shot there from Manik. Luckily he's got a partner who is quick to cover. He really does absolutely spank that. And he's fast as well. Witten is...
Oh, what a rally.
That's ridiculous stuff. What a get. Oh, it doesn't... Oh. It hit the front wall and then the camera box.
Can everyone confirm it hit the front wall? Aye.
So I think that's going to be a let. That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Does anyone know what the actual rule is there?
Jeff's asking what the rule is. The rule is it's a let. Well, that actually is it though, because I think you have to play the... No, it is a let because that's a foreign object on the court. If that was part of the court, I think that would not be a let.
Play let.
We always worry about that because of how far the camera comes out. That's the first time I've ever actually seen it. It's a good job that wasn't an important point.
Wow.
Oh, did you get that?
3-9.
Oh, double boast. He's just absolutely cock-a-hoop in happiness with that one. just looking for that
4-9.
front right corner. A little bit of a tough angle.
Right, Eric.
Callis doing his best to stay out of the way of that to give himself a chance off the back wall. Ridiculous pace happening here. It's completely destroying my theory about this being a soft court that doesn't, is a leveler. But I guess when you've got 4 people that can hit it the way that these guys can, both Eric and Manik on that left wall, big tall guys, both well over 6 foot. Long range. Oh, who'd he clip there?
Lanolette, Eric right.
Oh, he managed to get Callis and not his own partner. Yep.
With a love tap.
Jeff Osborne just describing that one as a love tap. I guess he could have spanked it. That would have hurt. I think every time I see Whitten Morris play, he's such a smart player. His positioning on the court is so good. And as I said, he's very quick. He's not the tallest guy out there, but he does position himself well that he doesn't always need to be. It's a good point. Bit of all court play. White doing a really good job of getting the ball into, like we were just talking about, into the middle of the court, which tends to be people's tactic with this team. Manik is incredibly strong on the forehand. His backhand's not as strong, and it's just so much more difficult to play the ball from the middle of the court. And you've got 2 backhands down the middle there, and when the ball's moving quickly, it's very hard to get your racket all the way across your body and into position to do much with it. So if you're talking about, that's a great shot, nice length.
Whitten right, 5-10.
Yeah, little hold there from Callis.
And out. 11-5.
Oh, yeah, a little bit frustrated with that one. I think sort of half swung at it thinking, do I want a let? But by the time I decided that maybe he did, it was over. Oh, that's a great shot. Has he made it all the way back round? Oh, Chris Callis. Quality
12-5.
shot. Yeah, Whitten knows he just left that in the middle for give Chris a tee up at that one. So, yeah, this blue and white just running away with this one a little bit.
$12-6, right side, Manik.
Oh, that's
right.
Interesting.
Right box.
That hit the floor twice before it got to the front wall. We've all been there.
Down.
I think one of the great things about watching these games on the live stream is that you really get a sense for how important the positioning of players is and the movement of players is versus just the shot that they can produce. I think, anyone watching at home who plays a lot of club doubles, you can learn so much from watching someone, like Whitten and Chris and these guys that just where they stand, the choices that they make from where they are. Rather than, you know, trying to play like Marnik. I don't know how well that's going to go for most of you out there. I certainly know that I can't play like that. But what I can do is make the sort of smart choices that that some of the other players make with regards to their position and their shot selection. That's a lovely ball there from Chris. Nice little backhand.
Right, Marnik,
Yeah.
14-6.
Nice checkers.
Game ball.
Oh, he's absolutely nailed
out.
that. Marnik,
7-14.
leave that tin alone. What did it do to you? So I'm not sure, but I think there will be a change of world number 1 on the SDA Pro Tour in the January rankings following this event. John Russell, current number 1, unfortunately going out first round. So I think there's a good chance that Chris Callis may return to number 1 if they do well here, or perhaps James Stout taking world number 1. Not sure, I'd have to ask the experts, but I know that unfortunately JR is stepping down for this month at least.
Yes, lad. 8-14.
Yeah, I think Whitten was going to take a beating on that one.
9-14.
Might not happy with that one.
Ten 14.
So white team just creeping into the double digits here.
Let 10-14.
Safety
Right.
first.
Game 15-10.
Oh. All right, so Mathur, Callis, the 2 games to love. I'll be right back. first semi-final of the 2019 Briggs Cup for the SDA. At the moment we have Mathur and Chris Callis leading Eric Bedell and Witten Morris 2-love. Following this match with the second men's semi-final of James Stout and Greg MacArthur, the second seeds, versus surprise semi-finalists Jim Bamber and Will Mariani. I think, pretty obvious where my allegiances lie with that one, with Mr. James Ricks playing, but it's going to be definitely a good match. Bambi and Mariani taking out Swiss Ivan Badan and Bernardo Sampe yesterday. So here we are at the Apawamis Club, the 2019 City Squash Briggs Cup. So this event
All right, 2 games to love.
solely benefits the urban program in New York of City Squash. They do a fabulous
Love all,
event
let's
here. It's named for Peter Briggs, the head pro, and it's known for its enormous pro-am. There are 48 teams in the pro-am this year with 4 different draws, so it's a scheduling and logistical nightmare, but they do a fabulous job of hosting. There's wine and beers all around. There's some great food. There's got sandwiches and lunch, and I think there was a delicious cream pie for dessert this afternoon. And one of the favourite tournaments on tour for sure. All right, third game, here we go. So Team White have gone back to the traditional tactic of hitting everything to Chris Callis. Chris pretty familiar with this tactic at this point, so probably not too stressed, but certainly makes for a boring game for Manik. But that's just the way it goes when you're, one of the best players in the world. Not that Chris isn't; it's just that of the two of them, you got to pick somebody. And the guy with the hammer for an arm is probably not the one to pick. So yeah, when that happens, it can be very difficult for the player that's getting iced out. And one of the key parts of being a really top player is finding a way to get into the game when you're not the one who's being hit the ball. And it's easier said than done, but you've got to find a way to help your partner and mix it up a little bit. And let's see what Manik can do.
Great shot. Down. 2-love. Left side.
So Manik used to be the assistant here at the Apawamis Club, so almost a home court for him.
Flat.
Very active and knowledgeable crowd here at Apawamis. They've been watching high-level doubles and singles for many, many years, and they very much enjoy it and get stuck into not only the delicious red wine and beers on offer, but the high-quality squash. I think one of Manik's first really big wins as a professional doubles player was this tournament when he was partnered with Ivan Badan, and they beat Damien Mudge and Ben Gould in the semi-finals and went on to win. I think they went on to win it and beat Clive Leach and Matt Jensen in the final. It was very exciting. They came back from 2-love down against a very dominant team of Mudge Gould. And that sort of was the start of Manik's rise to the top, I think. That's a lovely shot from Chris.
And out. 1-4. It's not broken, but it's all but gone. It's still good, but it's going to go any second. Freshie? Yeah, you still get the point, Eric.
So the ball's nearly broken. It doesn't make sense to continue knowing that it's probably going to go the next time he serves. But Eric just wanting to confirm that they get credit for the point, even though the ball didn't break, but they are changing it.
All right, hand out 1-4. Bolt. 1-4.
Ooh.
1-4.
Oh, that's talk about generous reffing. Monik giving a little look on that one. Come on, it's 4-1 in the third. That's fine. Not that that changes the rules of the game.
Flat 1-4.
Good let. Lovely shot. Took that really nicely off the back.
1-5.
Yeah.
Right box.
Much Eric could do about that. A little applause from Monik. Always nice when your partner acknowledges an exceptional shot. Ooh, tip tap.
1-5.
That's annoying.
Head out 6-1.
It's just like going to hit him in the chest. Yeah, he misread that one. I don't think he could see it until it was coming at him. I think his view from the ball being struck on the right was shrouded by the 3 players. It's a good break at the back there. It's a great lob. Look at that.
Right,
just
Monik.
Monik getting stuck. Yeah, he's annoyed with himself for not volleying that one, I think. Peter Briggs told me yesterday, words of wisdom from the legend of squash. He said, don't let the ball bounce, and then nothing can go wrong. Which is actually, having watched a number of backwall nicks happen in the later stage of important games here this weekend, really good advice. I shall do my best, Peter. Eric getting himself a little out of position, trying to just hammer that ball in. So I assume that when Callis and Witten play together, Chris must play on the left side of the court. I don't think I've ever seen Witten over on the left. Chris is a very good singles player, I'm sure has a pretty solid backhand on doubles court. He certainly has one on a singles court. That's a good ball there from Witten from the front. Like really, ooh, yeah. I'm seeing a no let on the
And
right.
out, 3-6.
Yeah, no let from me as well.
3. You only get 1 for that.
Little Aussie commentary from the referee. Ambitious.
3-7. Four, 7. And out 8-4.
Oh, that's good hands. That is lovely touch there from Monik.
Eight, 4.
So interestingly, I've just been informed that the Racket Club club championships, Witten and Callis, are actually not club champions. They lose to Mikey Ferrer and Will Hartigan. Another SDA pro team. So that is quite the club championships as a final to have those four doing battle. I think that's, the RNT is known for the quality of its members and its pros, and that's certainly testament to it.
9-4.
The four people in their club championships all play on the Pro Tour.
10-4 left.
All right, 10-4 to the higher seeded team here. I think this match is over. Be an incredible comeback at this point in what's been an entertaining, if one-sided game. Immediately following this, we have what is going to be a very good, very close match. So stay tuned for James Stout and Greg MacArthur versus Will Mariani and Jim Bamba.
Monik right. 10-5. And out, 6-10.
I think some of these errors from Monik just comes from the frustration of really not sort of being that involved in these rallies. It can be very hard. It's hard to concentrate when you are hitting every, 10th ball, and you just sort of want to do something with it, but it's not always the right time. And a little push up there from Witten as he cleared the ball for his partner. I like it. Again, like he knows he wants to stay in that position. He's doing everything he can to.
6-10.
So, I just think poor Witten's getting peppered with shots to his calves.
6-10.
That shot through the legs tells me Bedell's been spending too much time with James Stout in the racket and R&T Pro
6-11.
That's a great ball. He knew exactly where he wanted to put that. Half pace at his body. it's really important when you hit cross court from the front that each time it goes to somewhere slightly different, so someone can't just sort of take up residence in one spot and swing at it, knowing where it's
And
going. They have to be,
12-6.
looking and moving and not comfortable and not in range.
(12-6). Wow. Down. 12-7 right. Out. Left, 13-7. It's left. 13-7. Yes, left. Stroke. 14-7.
Yeah, that's a stroke. That is definitely
That's
not
right.
where Eric meant that to go. I think he was looking for somewhere around Chris's backhand. Match ball to third seeds Mathur and Chris Callis, and they'll advance to
Hand out. 8-14.
the final at some point in the next 6. How's your math? 7 points. Great get. Monik wanting to get some extra steps in while he's out there. Hasn't really had a chance to do very much. That's a great spot. White team seemed to do
Eric Wright, 9-14.
find some really good balls around the 13-14 point of the game. Oh, are we going to see a... Oh, we nearly got 10, 10 and 10. That's a great shot there. I think Mike's just like, yep, I'm done with this one. So, Mathur and Chris Callis through to, I believe, their first Briggs Cup final together. I don't know how many Manik's been in, but it's got to be at least 3. But that'll be Chris's first. And they play the winners of the next match, which is second seeds James Stout and Greg MacArthur, playing Will Mariani and James Bamber, who took out Ivan Badan and Bernardo Samper last night. Stay tuned.
Squash was founded on the idea that if we provided motivated young people from economically challenged households with the resources of academic tutoring, squash instruction, and mentoring, then their chances for doing better in life were improved.
One of the things that I will always remember the most is our first tryout at Fordham University. When we walked across the street, we walked through the gate.
And you like walk in and see the field, you see like cathedral looking buildings, and it's just like really, it was really
Lovely, beautiful, a great scene.
And it was amazing to see their reaction. And meanwhile, it was in their very own community, but they'd never seen the inside of what a college looked like.
I get lost for words when I talk about City Squash. It just opened so many horizons for us.